because I saw you on Wednesday. I know that.
Time is 8:55. Number one. Why have you not done the date? Why did you not look at your date? No. I think she's told that's live.
It's a hard life, basically.
You've got lots more alerts in this one than last one.
What's the common denominator?
You never actually got loads of alerts. You've got to log the mileage.
Silence.
You log the mileage when you start. What it reads on it. When you put your mileage in, you always tell me it's like an extra 17. Round their house. Round their house. I said there. Oh, he's telling me that. The tickets still available to views. And they went, Google it, Winnie. Team one.
You can try it in multiple ways, but I think I just said that the next time I speak about him should be with him. We've spoken a lot in the last week after the Sunderland game. I think there have been a lot of conversations between his representatives and ours, our representatives and him, between him and me, after the Sunderland game. And today I will speak to him again.
Have you had an apology though, or do you need an apology? That'll be the last one.
Normally I would say you've had your 3 questions. I think this is the 4th or the 5th, but same answer again. Oh.
Just throw one more in then. It's back to the game though.
Okay.
You're unbeaten in 4 now as well, so I'm just wondering what platform you've given yourselves to build on.
No, I think apart from being unbeaten, I think we've shown that we have been a team in the last 4 games that were indeed difficult to beat. That was difficult to create chances against us. Team worked really hard, put a lot of effort in. Have been again a bit unlucky in the results, but showed great resilience. 4 games in 10 days with not a lot of players available is I think a compliment to the players that were available. How they managed to get, first of all, some results, and second of all, the work rate they've put in.
Hello again. Over those last 4 games as well, it's pretty much coincided with Alisson's return into the team. How much of an impact has that had on everything?
Nah, it's every time a player is available again, let alone a player that is so good as he is. That's helpful, but I think Georgie did a great job as well when he wasn't there. I don't think Georgie or Alisson have had a lot to do in general in games because we hardly conceded a chance. In most games that we've played, not all of them, but I think 90% of the games, I think we've hardly conceded a chance. So yeah, it's always helpful when a player of his quality is back, but I want to emphasize on the fact that Georgie did a good job as well. But it's nice to have him back. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question about team news as well?
Yes, of course.
Injury-wise, how's everybody looking at it? Anybody coming back? Anybody not available now?
Federico is not ill anymore. He trained yesterday and he will train today again. So I assume he's ready to be in the squad tomorrow again.
And can I just check with Endo and Cody about how they're doing and what they're injuries?
Yeah, it's gonna be weeks.
What are they injuries?
With Cody, it's a muscle injury. That's Kussel. Cody is a muscle injury, and Wata is an ankle injury.
Thank you.
Just one on your home form recently. Obviously, Liverpool's home form last season and in recent years has been pretty impeccable. In the last 5 in the league, it's 2 wins, 2 defeats, and a draw. Are you finding it difficult to play at home at the moment, and with the form that there's been in and 60,000 expectant fans, I just wonder what that impact is having on your home performances at the moment.
I could completely understand this question if our away form would have been outstanding, but I don't think that's the situation as well. I think we've struggled at home and away from home far too many times than we would like. And there are reasons for that, which I think I've spoken about, everybody's spoken about many times, but never enough reasons to lose so many times. So I don't see the relation between home games and our results. I see it in all the other things I've said recently, why we've dropped points or lost games.
And you've talked about how teams have targeted you in certain ways and played certain tactics against you this season. I just wonder if you expect Brighton to go down a similar route, or what kind of sort of threat you expect them to pose you.
Yeah, not only I've said this, it's so clear and obvious every time. Sometimes I see a photo that some pundits have shown this, that it's so obvious that if you see the league, I think the league has become much more direct, but then there's the league and then there's Liverpool, how teams play against us in terms of how direct they play. That's, I think, a nicer word than a long ball. That's one thing, and I think there have been certain game plans against us that I've seen more and more as well, which I referred to in the press conference again before the Inter game. So I've said multiple times we have to adapt, and let's take the Sunderland game where we struggled to create a lot of chances, and the game after they faced a team that hit a shot far from outside the box and scored a set piece. Yeah, these are the ways to unlock a team that's either defending low and hardly gives away anything. And the other option is, of course, an individual that just outplays dominates the 1v1. That is also something. When I looked at City Real Madrid game, I saw some great examples of that. One or two individuals that were able to create a lot, and another set piece scored in that game as well.
Carl? You started Isak and Xhaka together around, very rarely did they have a chance to do that. I just wonder what you've learned from that and how it affects your thinking going forward in terms of where they play and the formation that they play in.
I think what we all saw, which is completely normal, the more they will play together, the more they will adapt to each other, and the better they will cooperate. I think it's fair to say that the other two that were on the pitch, the two number 9s, Thuram and Lautaro Martinez, were more used to play with each other. But I saw also promising things from the both of them. It's been the second time they played together for obvious reasons, because match fitness is the obvious reason in that. And I think we will see more of this in the future, of them playing together. But Alex also got a knock in the first half. So let's see how he has recovered from that today, if he's able to start tomorrow, and if he's able, if I make the decision to start them again together, or we do it in a different way.
Hi Arne, off the back of that, and speaking about going direct as you were before, the benefit of having two 6'3" strikers like that is that you do have the ability to go direct yourself, particularly against an aggressive high pressing team like Brighton. I think they win the ball in the final third more than any other team. It's not something Liverpool really traditionally done, even when Gakpo was in the team, who's another 6'3" striker. I just wonder what your thinking was. Is this a kind of a philosophical thing that you don't necessarily like, or maybe just an idea you haven't quite got to yet?
I don't think height always tells you if a player is perfectly equipped for that style. Sometimes players are really tall, but they struggle to win their duels, and sometimes they are less tall, but they're really strong when you play the long ball towards them. I think both Alex and Hugo at this moment of time, you can better use them with balls in behind than long balls into their body. Where I can see especially Hugo trying to improve. So if I compare him with, for example, was it 2 months ago when we played Brentford, where he probably got the first taste of what it means to have a game where you really have to fight for your position. That wasn't a game that was played a lot over the floor. But I see him trying to do this better and better and better. But in that part of his game, there's still room for improvement, as there is for so many parts of our game in general.
Hi, Arne. You obviously said on Tuesday you only had 13 outfield players. I think you've obviously got a few injuries at the moment. Are you a bit concerned in terms of the squad depth going into the next few weeks? And is that maybe something you'd like to address in?
No, I think it's helpful that in the upcoming weeks we don't play as many games as we've did till now. I think I wonder if there have been more teams that have played 3 games in 7 days this season, and I think we had to do it 3 times. Already this season. What can I say about this? I'm almost happy that we're out of the League Cup, because if we had to play with 13 outfield players available with any Premier League experience, because we have more available, of course, but not players that have Premier League experience. And we had to go Arsenal away on Tuesday again after already so many games played. That maybe, I don't know, people can understand a little bit better why I made that lineup against Palace, which wasn't good for me, but I did this, another decision I've made for the team, because losing a game of football is never a good idea, and that is what happened when we were not in the best run of form. But sometimes players need rest as well. So look at Dominic, look at Virgil, look at Ibu, look at Ryan. They've played so many minutes because other ones weren't available. So it's good for them that we go now to a run of games where there's 1 week rest in between. And players will come back from injuries, and when they are back from injuries, there's more to choose from as well.
James?
Just on though, in terms of the decision-making process with him not going to Milan and then whether he's part of the squad tomorrow, is that solely your call, or is that above you with Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards?
If he's in the squad, yes or no?
Well, and the decision not to take him to Milan and this weekend as well.
I think we've decided as a club, and I was part of that decision, not to take him towards the Inter Milan game. And I'm always in contact with them, but when it comes to the decision making of the lineup or the squad, they always leave that open to me. But that's not to say that I don't talk to them. Mainly Richard, by the way, not Michael. To Richard, but I talk to him about so many things. But the decision to play a player or to have him in the squad, as I've experienced it till now, and I think this will never change, is entirely up to me.
Do you want Mo to stay?
Sorry?
Do you want Mo to stay here?
Like I said, another way of asking it, but the next time I talk about Mo should be with him, and I have no reasons not wanting him to stay, if that is a little bit of an answer to your question.
Do you still have a relationship with him? I know you said hello, but is it fair to say?
Finny, they have better questions than you. No, I wouldn't say better, but they tried and not put. It's useless of asking this question if I've said so many times the same answer.
Given the fact you haven't beaten him before, do you feel some sort of justification for your decision? Do you feel like the performance of just...
This club has won a lot of games with him, so that's the answer to your question, I think.
Michael, last one.
Just back to what you said about the number of fixtures. Obviously, got 2 weeks in a row now without a midweek fixture. How beneficial will it be to get players on the training ground? You haven't really had that this pre-season now.
Yeah, no, that's definitely beneficial, because training time helps to get connection going. Although playing time helps with this as well, but it's also safe to say that some of these players have played so many minutes that I don't think my performance staff will tell me, okay, let's go out in the upcoming 2 weeks and train twice a day. I don't think that's what they're gonna advise me. So yes, there will be more playing time, so there's more time to prepare for a game, because that's also the difference between us and Brighton. I think they've had 5 or 6 days to come up with a game plan, train this, optimize their game plan, and it's the first time after the Inter game we have a session today. So, but yeah, that's also, if you play in Europe, this the last thing you should complain about, because this is what we want. But it is a reality for us in the last months, indeed.
Thanks, Arne.
You're welcome.